Hello and welcome to the Pathfinder Show. Today's show is being brought to you by Equipped to Transform, the push agent, Ebony Borden. I'm Toni Gorman, your host. Welcome back. And as promised, I have got someone here today that is a tool for teen girls and also for us parents. She is the Executive Director of Girl Talk Empowerment, and her name is Deborah Swinson. Deborah, welcome to the Pathfinder Show.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you. I'm grateful to have you here to have this conversation. Can you tell me how Girl Talk Empowerment came about?
Okay, thank you. Girl Talk Empowerment is a mentoring, it's an empowerment, and it's a community service for girls of color. And it's specifically for girls of color based on some research that I've done about how girls of color are frequently targeted and not affording the same opportunity as so many other cultures.
I understand that. Okay. Can you just give me a little overview of the Girl Talk Empowerment topics that you cover?
Some of the topics we talk about was self-esteem, healthy hygiene habits. Money management is a series that we're going to do. It's about mind, body, and spirit. And so we will do July, August, and September a series of classes dealing with understanding credit, saving for a rainy day, budgeting,
Wonderful.
Managing your money. The first few workshops were designed to just get the girls to understand who they are and what they can become and really be comfortable in their skin.
That's good. So what kind of response are you getting from the parents? I know they're probably thrilled to have you do this.
Some of the parents are involved, some are not. I have one student who's been there every session.
Good, good.
And I've gotten some positive responses. I had a new student last month, and she was very receptive, and she said she would be back again. She thought it was very necessary, and she could see differences in her child.
Wonderful.
The confidence.
I can imagine because I have, well, my daughter is an adult now, but I know that there were things, probably still to this very day, that she's probably more comfortable sharing with other people than she is with me. So I imagine you hear a lot of different things come out of the girls. Can you share a little something that you suspect that they're just sharing with you and probably not with their parents?
Well,
no names. No names.
No names. The healthy hygiene, I think, was the most attended, and we dealt with a lot of lady part issues. And when you need to go to the doctor, if you have pain, what to look for, what the lower part really should look like. We had a lot of visual aids.
Wow.
One thing in particular that stood out was the feminine hygiene products. And they'd never seen a feminine douche before. And they wanted to know how that works. So that was different.
So they found it to be quite interesting.
Right.
Well, I want you to know, as you know, I did talk with one of your participants.
Yes.
And so I'm going to share that very short film and then talk about some of the things that she had to say. Okay. So let's take a look. Hello, Toni Gorman here with the Pathfinder Show, and today I'm talking with Kendall. Kendall is a participant with Girl Talk Empowerment. Kendall, welcome, and thank you so much for doing this with me. All right. My first question to you is, how long have you been a part of Girl Talk Empowerment?
I have been a part of Girl Talk Empowerment for about 3 months at the most.
3 months. And how have you been empowered?
I have been empowered to do better in school, respect myself and others, and learn how to carry myself.
That's wonderful. So let's see, I have another question that I want to ask you. Any other topics that you would like to see covered?
Yes, money management, because I happen to spend a lot of money on unnecessary things.
That's so true. And you know what, you're not alone. A lot of adults do it, and back in the day, we sure could have used that too. So can you tell me about a couple of the topics that are being covered that you like especially?
I like the hygiene topic that she covered because some people don't know anything about that. Not to be rude or anything, but some people don't know much about it.
That's good. Hygiene is really important. And if you don't have good hygiene, not much good is going to come to you. So I understand that. So one last question: can you look into the camera and give other girls some advice, or how would you encourage them to be a part of Girl Talk Empowerment?
When you come, leave the negativity behind and come to make a positive change to your life.
Did you hear what she said? She said, when you come, leave the negativity behind so that you can make a positive change in your life. Kendall, thank you very much. I appreciate you chatting with me for these few moments. And thank you so much for watching. So she was saying that she really learned how to represent herself, or not represent herself, but how to present herself, and that being in your workshops really helped her with that. And she mentioned the hygiene piece, and she really, it's important to her to be genuine to herself. That's the impression that I got. And of course, you've already mentioned it, she's looking forward to doing the money management piece. And I was telling her, you know, I sure wish that had been around when, I'm sure you do too, when we were much younger, because that would have helped us. So thank you so much for doing that with our young girls. So we shot that at Girl Fit. What's the connection with Girl Talk Empowerment and Girl Fit? Can you share that?
Sure. Girl Fit is a workout studio for women.
Okay.
During the day, it's a daycare, and they have a summer camp. And I had this thought in my head that I wanted to do something with girls. I had a conversation with the owner, and I also wrote a proposal outlining what I wanted to do and the data to support why it was necessary. And so her husband and herself, Monica Williams, embraced it and approved it, and I started in February of this year.
So another set of parents
Yes.
being supportive. So I met you at a summit, and I really loved what you had to share, and that's how we ended up meeting each other. And so are you going to move this to other areas, or are you going to wait until this builds up? Where do you see this going?
Well, I hope to do some outreach. Right now, I'm doing them in the one location to really do a needs assessment to determine what girls really want to see, not make it about what I think they need. There's some things that I do think that they need, but getting it from them helps me understand. And I have been approached by a few people about taking it on the road.
Have you? That's wonderful.
Yeah, so I do hope to do that.
You do?
Yes.
So you know what I really love, I heard you say, I really like the fact that you are addressing their self-image, because as we all know, girls are now looking at social media and what they see celebrities doing, and they're emulating that. They're basically, you know, trying to look that way. And are you telling them that that is just them being celebrities, that during their everyday life, this is not how they function? I mean, they don't walk around doing duck lips 24/7 and with their butts stuck out. You know, how do you address that?
We had a workshop that specifically dealt with that, and I created some posters that address body images and asked them what they liked about a certain person, what did they feel was positive, what was negative, why did they feel a certain body image or hair made that person, so that they could give feedback.
Wonderful.
So that was a really fun activity.
I bet it was. What's the age group again? I didn't ask you that earlier.
13 through 17.
13 through 17.
Yes.
That's really good. So tell me, how are you funded? Is there a fee to participate in it?
All the workshops are free, and everything that's done is funded by myself right now.
Wow.
As we get more and more into it, I do hope to make Girl Talk Empowerment a nonprofit organization.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So everything that's being done is being done genuinely from my heart, because I have a passion for this. Because growing up, my grandmother was a true rock star. I didn't know it at the time.
What was her name?
Willie B. Covington.
Willie B. Covington, rock star.
My grandmother was a cook in the kitchen. She didn't have an education, but she owned 2 houses. One we lived in with children and grandchildren, and the one that was across the street, she rented out to families and homes. It was a pretty big home.
Wow.
She was the neighborhood candy lady. She sold dinners, she sold lunches. She did everything that she needed to do, and I love her dearly. She was my hero.
Wow, that's wonderful. So it's in your DNA
Yes.
to be an entrepreneur and to serve and to give back.
Yes.
So in a way, this is kind of for her, in a sense.
And not only that, when I grew up, there were programs. I was always surrounded by other women who encouraged you, who mentored you, who empowered you, who helped you along so that you knew that you were better than where you were. We were probably
Wonderful.
poor, but I probably didn't know it
Yeah,
because
same here. I didn't know it either.
my needs were met. My needs were met. And so I had my first job at 14,
Did you?
my first summer job. And in high school, they offered business classes that taught you, you know, typing, writing checks,
I remember
budgeting.
that. We must be from the same year. We won't get into that. But yes, I remember that.
Writing, reconciling your checkbooks, how to dress for success, how to do job
Yeah,
interviews. And I got my first job after school at 16 at a bank.
Yeah, same here. I was a receptionist in high school that we always competed against in sports. And I remember the class, they taught us how to shake hands and not to have like a
Right.
limp handshake. And you're right, I hadn't thought about that in quite a while. I really hadn't thought about that. So what are some of the things, because I know you're probably looking at their self-esteem and their self-worth and all that sort of thing. What do you think is some of the biggest struggles, or one of the biggest struggles for our young girls?
The problems they have in school, I did a report. I did some in my research. It talked about body image, about attitude policing, about lax sexual policies and procedures. Girls of color are overwhelmingly suspended more than any other race, and they're never offered an opportunity to talk to anyone.
Wow, I wasn't. And you have data to back this
I have
up?
data to support that.
Okay.
There was a report called Black Girls Matter, over-policed, underprotected, and pushed out. And it talked about that these girls are overwhelmingly targeted. You talk about hair. A lot of young girls like to wear their natural hair, and a lot of time they're told they're being in violation of the dress code.
Because of their hair?
Because of their hair. If they want to wear a head wrap, it may be because of religious reasons. But teachers and administrators not really understanding who we are.
So you're incorporating that in your...
I'm incorporating all the research that I've done. I'm trying to address it on some level in the workshops.
Okay. Well, what about this? I know gossip is a big thing for all teen girls. How do you address that?
That's in June's workshop. Some of the things that we're going to talk about is sort of a Teens Talk open forum on June 10th to really just discuss some of those issues.
Some of those issues. Where do you think it comes from? Is it just competition?
You mean just gossip?
The gossip stuff, yeah.
Well, women gossip, men gossip, everybody gossip. They have shows about gossip. So
Isn't it amazing? There's a show on gossip, yeah.
it appears that that's an acceptable thing to do. So,
you know what I was always told? I was always told that if I am not a part of the problem or to help to resolve the problem, then I need not to say anything. Because if you do,
Correct.
that's considered to be gossip. So is that your definition of gossip?
Sure.
Yeah, I would say that. Do you approach bullying? Because that's a large thing.
Yeah, that's on there. That's on there as well.
Okay. How do you plan to approach that? Any insight you can share on how you do the bullying piece?
Not at this time.
Do you have someone that helps you with that?
No, my hope is after this program and some more interactions that I'm able to get some partnerships with some people to do, because cyberbullying and
That's a
the
big one.
human trafficking, those are topics that are really should be dealt with should be handled by professionals who really
Very
can
good.
share some specific behaviors and specific information to help not only the girls but the parents as well.
Okay, so in that case, let's talk about how people could get involved, whether they want to be mentors or maybe support you financially. How do you make that happen? How can that happen for you?
I can be reached via email. Right now I don't have a website, but Girl Talking Powers 2017 at gmail.com is the way that I can be contacted. In the month of December, I plan to have a mentor match so that going into 2018, there's an opportunity to pair mentors and mentees together. But I wanted an opportunity to assess what the needs are, how many girls I'm dealing with,
That's wise.
and what, how I can match these mentors to mentees.
Okay, so give me some ideas of what kind of folks are you looking for? Are you looking for teachers, police officers, nurses, doctors? Anything in specific, any particular type of mentor you want?
Any of those disciplines, there are some rock star stay-at-home moms who can offer a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of information. Some looking for people who sincerely care about girls.
Right.
Because we were all girls, and some of the things that we said that we didn't have, we wish we have, we wish we had.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity to do that for these girls.
It is. So what about an opportunity for a teen girl, who has, gone through all of this, and, she's gone through the healing process and she's doing a lot better? Would you consider having a teen come in and maybe
Absolutely.
share testimony?
Absolutely.
Something like that? That would work for you as well?
Yes.
Now, I know you mentioned that a part of your reasoning for doing this program, at least when we chatted over the phone, you had mentioned that you do a prison ministry as well, and you're hoping to lower
Right.
the girls that end up in the prison system by catching them early. Can you
Correct.
talk about that a little bit more?
Talk about it in terms of
How you would like for your program to lessen girls ending up in prison.
if we have knowledge, we have power. If we have information, we can make some different choices in our lives. The guy that has the swag that can talk anybody into doing anything, you can discern
Yes,
whether
you
that
can.
person is for you or not, because you have self-confidence, you have self-worth, you have a confident sense of self.
Absolutely.
And so you would think twice, you would think 3 times about doing something that would take you off your path.
Oh, amen, sister, for saying that, because I'm in total agreement with you on
Yes.
that. Because once you know who you are on the inside and you're comfortable with you and you're loving you
Yes.
and getting to know you, I think that when you're on one side of the street and crazy's coming,
Yes.
crazy doesn't come on your side because they know there's nothing they can do to penetrate you. So it sounds to me that's what you're doing with the Girl Talk Empowerment. That's what it sounds like to me.
And another reason for prison ministry, if I can go back to that for
Absolutely,
a
go
second.
ahead.
So many of my family members has had a incarcerated history, and so I took the steps in 2003 to make it happen. If somebody ministered to my sister, my aunt, or whoever that's incarcerated, I can pay it forward and do the same thing to someone else's, because they might hear something that day that might say, wow, I need a change, and they really want to make the change.
Paying forward is a beautiful thing to do.
Yes.
And I think it's catching on because in my goings and comings, I'm hearing a lot of people talking about paying forward. And I know it's happened to me a couple times, and now I'm a full participant in paying forward.
Absolutely.
So that's a beautiful thing. So are you actually going into the prison as well?
Correct, once a month.
And what are you doing there?
You hold a Bible study with
You're doing Bible study with them. Okay,
in the women's unit.
that's beautiful. And what age group?
It's females, all female, adult females.
So they are just an assortment of adults. They're not particularly like young adults. They're all ages.
They have different units like men, women, juveniles, and we just happen to go to the women's unit because
Okay.
you can't mix the juveniles with the women.
Okay, all right. Have we talked about how Girl Fit and Girl Empowerment Talk?
Yes.
We have discussed that.
Yeah.
Because I think, so then I'll bring that up again to ask you, are you talking to the girls about eating healthy? Or are you bringing someone in to discuss, healthy diet?
That will be one of the topics.
So do you have mentors who are coming in to help you with that? Because that would be something to make a great outreach for if you're looking for that.
Yes, I am looking for that.
For nutritionists to come and
Yes.
help you. That's good because, our children, girls, boys, black, white, they're all are just inside now. They're not going outside that often anymore. And so do they spend much time in the gym there where you are holding the workshops, working out? Do you have them doing any kind of exercise?
No,
Mostly talking?
Mostly talking.
Mostly talking.
Yeah, mostly talking.
Okay, all right.
But
then.
that's a thought.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that would be
It's
great. I mean, to do that because I was there and I saw everything. It's a beautiful studio, and I just loved it. And I saw some of the young girls in there working out just before I had a chance to speak
Right.
with Kendall. So at this time, I want you to. Do you have any tips, or what would you say to a young girl that's watching this today and who's thinking, I might want to be a part of that? What would you say to encourage her to reach out to you to participate?
Well, we meet every second Saturday
Okay.
at 1 o'clock in Girl Fit Workout Studios on Brown Station Road, 5010 Brown Station Road, Suite 190. Or I can be reached at girltalkingpowers2017@gmail.com. It doesn't cost anything, just some time to gain some valuable insights, some valuable information, not only for the parents, but for the girls as well.
Wonderful. So that is something indeed to look forward to. And as I said earlier, I sure wish that was around when we were younger. Do you, at this time, are you asking for sponsors to help to fund your program?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. And they can obviously go to your website
Right.
and find you that way.
I don't have a website at this time.
Okay.
Everything is under development. Everything, I created Girl Talk Empowerment to reach out to girls, and that is, the nonprofit is in the works. So that's not set up yet, but this is 5 months later.
Okay. So today we're sharing
We're just sharing
what we're
information.
looking for and what we need to help to grow what you're doing and
Right.
to make it more accessible to other girls. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing that you're
Right.
doing. Any chance you'll bring in any young men? Do you see that down the road?
Not at this time.
Not at this time?
My focuses will be
Strictly
on
with the girls?
If I bring in guys, it would be for something specific, like dating.
Oh, I like that. That'd be great.
That may be a fun activity.
Are
to
you
do.
incorporating, didn't mean to cut you off, but are you incorporating any type of etiquette with?
Yes.
You are doing it. So what does that look like about your etiquette? What are some of the things you're teaching in your etiquette piece?
One of the things that it's funny you mentioned that, because I was just thinking about how to formulate that. It will probably be in the form of a luncheon where we have a sit-down luncheon with china and all of those things. And so people understand about table setting, table manners, what fork to use, your napkins, how to dress for certain things. So yeah, I've thought about that.
Oh, Deborah, I think it's just wonderful what you're doing. And I can look at you and see that you really, because you light up when you talk about it.
Yes.
And was Kendall, the young lady that we saw in the clip, is she the young lady that you were talking about? Has she attended each and every workshop?
Correct.
It
Correct.
has? Okay. So is there a graduation ceremony or anything like that?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so you're still putting that together. as
Still
well.
putting things together.
Okay.
Each workshop, there is a care package, a gift package, or something to show appreciation for them. It's just a small token, but it does mean a lot. Everybody likes to
that's
get
beautiful.
something. So
that's just beautiful. And so, is there going to be anything particular or special that you would do for this summer with the girls? Any special workshop?
the financial workshops are the ones that are this summer,
Okay.
going into September, and then by the time school starts, we will do career planning,
Okay.
that type
All
of
right
thing.
then. Very, very
And that
good.
would give me a chance for people to bring people in who can share some insights and
Sure.
share information.
Sure. Well, I'd like to ask you, at some point, would you come back again and maybe bring a couple of the girls with you? And we
Absolutely,
could chat
I would
about
love
it?
that.
I would
love
really
that.
like that because I can see that this is something that's going to be beautiful when you work through all the different pieces of the process of what you want to do. So now what I want you to do, and I know you've mentioned a couple times where you can be found and all of that, but I want you to share with the viewers your location, how they can find you on social media, however you want them to get in contact with you.
Okay.
And if you want to make mention that you're looking for mentors, that's fine too. So that's your camera.
Okay. Hi, if you'd like to get involved with Girl Talk Empowerment, you can send me an email at girltalkempowers2017@gmail.com, or drop by Girl Fit Workout Studios at 5010 Brown Station Road in Upper Marlboro. We're located directly behind the Amish Market on the upper level. If you also have an interest or you have some topic ideas you'd like to share, you can contact me at that email address.
Very good. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that with the viewers, and I really appreciate the conversation and what you're doing. And I look forward to having you come back again with the girls, one or two girls, so that we can chat with them and maybe a little bit more detailed.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
You are absolutely welcome. So this is our show for today. We thank you for watching it. And be sure to look for Deborah at the address and location that she's given to you if you are interested in participating in Girl Talk Empowerment. Until next time, I'm Toni Gorman, your host of the Pathfinder Show, and thanks for watching.